Hello again, everybody. How's it going? It's the Wombat. You know who I am. So I made a video yesterday discussing some things that were being said in the drama community, and that was very well received, and everybody was very nice and cordial, and didn't have any bad backlash, which I was kind of surprised. So thanks for that. If we have differences of opinion, I'm hoping that we can bring those differences to this forum to discuss them. The only thing that was ever really brought up was somebody had mentioned that they have someone in their family who deals with gender issues. And, I feel bad for people who deal with any kind of issues, especially ones relating to their identity and their gender. I'm not sure how old this person is. I'm going to assume it's a young person. I may be entirely off base. But honestly, I think throughout life we find different periods where we might stop and reflect kind of who we are and how we identify as individuals. Me, I identify myself as a cisgender male who's been happily married for the past 32 years, and that works for me. I'm not sure if I've ever actually met, why did I find this road? I'm not sure if I've actually ever met anybody who was transgender, because I know there's lots of people who can pull off looking like they're someone of a different gender. I mean, as a kid, I grew up in the 70s, and during that time there was a kind of a shift, and there was a lot of people that were, the term we used to use was androgynous. You'd have guys that would wear clothes that were a little less manly, maybe some makeup. And I know there's people that wear makeup nowadays for various skin conditions, blemishes, whatever makes a person feel comfortable, that's fine. It's like, ever back in the 80s, I wore guyliner numerous times. My friends did. It was the 80s. It's what we did. We emulated people that we looked up to, which was the rocker guys, the metal guys. Some of the other kids, they liked Duran Duran, and some of the more, I don't know what you'd call them, romantic, poppy, Spandau Ballet, all those bands from the 80s, and they would dress like that, and the girls who were into Madonna would wear a lot of the neon lacy stuff, and it's what it was. But I heard that Negs said posted something on Twitter. I did not see the tweet, and with Negs or anybody else, I do not agree with everybody 100% of the time. I don't even agree with Mrs. Wombat 100% of the time. We are welcome to have our own opinions. That's what makes us individuals. That's what makes us people. If I ever had a chance to sit down with somebody who was struggling with any kind of issue, even if it was, let's say it was an issue of transgender, and it was somebody I didn't even know, I didn't have any vested interest in it, and we're at Starbucks, and I'm sitting there, and the person sits down next to me, and people like talking to me. I'm a very sociable person, and if the conversation came up and they said, hey, I was born this way but I identify this way, I'm like, okay. Would I be shocked? Perhaps a little bit, honestly, because I don't know this person. I've played with different people in different bands. If I was in a band and one of the members of the band said that they were a guy and wanted to be a girl, or vice versa, I'm like, okay. I mean, I'd kind of, in my own mind, I'd be questioning what led them to make this decision, or if this was something that they had struggled with for many years, because I have never had those issues. I do not walk in their shoes. I'll try to be as compassionate and as understanding as I can. If someone like this stranger came up to me, or if someone who I was in a band with came up to me and said, "Hey, you got a second? You know, can I talk to you? I'm struggling with these issues. What are your thoughts?" I would ask them, how, right off the bat, how long have they had these feelings? Was there anything that led up? Just run through the questions. But what it all boils down to is, I really believe, is people searching for acceptance. And there's lots of things that people do to either be accepted by people, and they do a lot of things because they need to be accepted, or sometimes people have been rejected for so long that they just keep doing whatever they can to put up walls so they can, in essence, reject somebody before the person has a chance to reject them. I know that because that's kind of how I lived my life as a young teen. Had a lot of issues, was very, very, believe it or not, I was extremely antisocial. I had acquaintances, but I didn't really give a care about anybody other than myself. And as I've gotten older, I know that there's a lot of people in this world, and I'm not going to say one person is more important than the other person, because we all have a vital part to play in the society. Whether you're male, female, identify with something between, everybody has a role to play. I've never had to struggle with those things, and because I said I identify as a white person, a Caucasian person, as a person who's cisgender, please don't hate on me for that. But number one, I cannot help the fact that I have European ancestry, okay? Seriously, I've had friends in the past that were all kinds of ethnic groups, and we were cool. It was just, this is my friend Tom, this is my friend, Leroy, whatever, Juan, Jose, it was like everybody just got along, and everybody, we were aware of our cultural differences, but it wasn't an issue. You might go over to somebody's house and you might actually experience a little bit of culture from their family, which, as being an American kid with no understanding of culture outside the U.S., I thought it was great. You go to somebody's house, you start talking to some of the family members, and again, like I said, I was kind of antisocial, but at the same time, I enjoyed learning about these people, where they came from, what made them tick, what made them act the way they act, what made them think the way they thought. And in a way, I'm still like that. It's just like, I enjoy getting to know people as people, regardless of whatever else is going on in their life. And, like I said, somebody might disagree with that. If I decided to come on and do a parody, and I had a wig and a dress and makeup on, does that make me identify as gay? No, I'm doing a parody as someone dressed up as a woman. A very ugly woman, but I would be dressed as a character. It was just like, whatever, Sometimes we make too big of a deal out of things, and when we start alienating people, we really, 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 really lose out. So, hopefully, this also will be well received. I don't believe in bashing people. I don't believe on hating people because of their race, their nationality, their creed, their religious affiliation, their social status, employment status, but whatever. We all have our own things to deal with in life, And, hopefully we can be more compassionate towards others and, just try to learn as we go. Hope you guys are having a great day, because despite having a slight touch of allergies and a sore throat, I am still having a good day. So much love to all you guys, and thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching. Have a great one. And if you want to talk about this more, you know how to get a hold of me. I feel funny when I say, stalk me on Twitter, check out my email, send me an email, send me comments. I leave my comments open, It's like, oh, but you said blah, blah, blah. Like, if you had a bad comment, I'll talk to you. If you're gonna be dumb and just put profanity just for the sake of shock value, just save your time. But if you have a serious, legitimate question or beef with me, let's talk about it. Who knows? If you're near enough, maybe we'll go to Starbucks or, Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box, or one of the other fine dining establishments and sit down over a burger and fries. Or if you're a vegan, I'm a meat eater, but if you're a vegan, I can go without meat a meal. So anyways, like I said, hopefully this leads to more discussion with all of us in the community about trying to find our place in acceptance. I gotta put some petrol in the old sedan. Have a great one.